Hey there. Got to do a lot of thinking right now, and I know y'all probably can't see me too well, but I got to thinking about how some things work and some things don't work. And some people out there just got to the point in their life where they pretty much just don't see things the way it should be. So they turn around and basically say that life is pretty screwed up, and they'll say things like, well, if you do things this way, then this is what's going to happen to you. Yeah, that's true, but the thing is, they never brought up the part about God talking to you and telling you if you don't do things a certain way, what's going to happen to you. They talk about what they want it to be. They say, God will do this to you, or God will do that to you. Yeah, God will do stuff to you, and people will do stuff to you, but, like, I'm just going to say this. I'm not going to go into great details unless you ask. But today was full of miracles, and it just led me to believe that with all the miracles that happened today, I kind of got to thinking about, well, why is it that it feels like that, all the times that miracles happen, nobody seems to be around to witness them and be able to say, wow, I saw this happen to you today. Now I believe in miracles. They just say it's all about science and magic and all that. And if you want to say that, then God made science, and any magic there ever really was in the world, God made it too. So there you go. Everything that you ever believed in that had some positivity in it was made by God. And what we say magic, it's more like the only magic I ever knew of that was for sure magic was miracles. And that was God doing things for other people when they don't deserve it. And I get a little unhappy sometimes when people do a miracle to you, like God told them what to do to you, and then you can't go back and find them and thank them for all they done to you because they're done gone by then. And I've had many times I wanted to cross paths with these people, and I wanted to thank them for what they did, but I couldn't because they were done gone before I could say anything, and that led me to feel bad about it because I just didn't want to just let it go without talking to them. And you're going to run across times in history when people do that. They do a good deed, and you'll never know where they went to and who they are and what they stand for. All you know is that they did something, and you'll never know what it is they did. Well, yes and no. You'll know what they did. They did a miracle, and you know exactly what that miracle is. But the sense of you'll never know what they did, you'll never know what they did as in, did they do something that they wanted to do or had to do or what? I think it was with some people, they wanted to do something for others, and God made them do that thing for others, and it turned out that way. So life's kind of rough, but it's also kind of easy. It means that people will do something, and you don't know whether they meant to do it or if they didn't. You know God made them do it, but you don't know if they did it because they wanted to or if they didn't want to. But you still thank God for the miracle that the person performed through God, like God used them to perform a miracle. So I thank people every time. But the problem is when you thank somebody, you don't ever get to see that person in person, and you get to thinking about it all like, wow. So I guess the moral of the story is if a person does a miracle to you, thank them for it. If you can't thank them for it, then ask the Lord to help you figure out how to thank them. Because I know some doctors, and I've known some workers in stores that I would love to come up to and say thank you for what you did. You didn't have to do this for us because it wasn't your place to do it, but you did it anyway. And I feel like a miracle was performed 2 or 3 times already. This day was just full of them, and I thank God for it. And I'm sorry for things I did and things I didn't do that I should have done or shouldn't have done. And I know that a lot of people say, well, what did you do wrong? That's not the point. The point is we know what we did right and we know what we did wrong. So God's got to be the one to tell us this is what it's about. Not, all this mess about what this is or this isn't. You just say, this is what's going on and this is how you take care of it. And that's how you be about it. You just don't sit there and say, nope, we're not going to do this or we're not going to do that. You say, we're going to do it. But when we do this, we're going to do it based on what God says. If we performed a miracle that day, then we need to be grateful for what we did for someone else. And if someone else has done something for you that day, then thank them in some way, even if it's telling the Lord, help me thank them for it. I love people. I dearly love them, but I cannot let the world go out there blindly not knowing what they had done for me and for others. I want them to know in some form that I'm grateful for what they did. And I thank you, God, for sending them people my way. And I wish they could get thanked every day of their life. But it's hard when they're not around. So I have to leave it at that. But please pray for them. And always pray for me and what I'm trying to do in the ministry, because I've stumbled in my way and I have fallen in ways that if you knew everything about me, you'd be ashamed of me. But with that being said, I better let y'all go, because I just wanted to tell y'all, something came upon me to leave this on here for you. Good evening and God bless you.